amongst scholars. The Maturidi theologians argue that natural theology is possible and that you can come to know the oneness of God in truth. I tend to incline towards that view. The Ash'ari tend to argue that revelation is absolutely necessary. Revelation, the gift of revelation is in knowing the measurements. Like, we all know that charity is good if you're a decent person, like helping others is a good thing. But how much is an obligation? Like, that's part of the blessing of revelation, is like in the Quran, it's 10% if your crops are come about by rain. It's only 5% if you have to do all the aqueducts and the irrigation. And then you have, out of every 5 camels, you have to give one. It's all worked out in that way. So it's very detailed.
And so you said purpose of human existence
like
is...
we give 1/40 of our standing wealth. We have to, tithing. Like every Muslim has to give 1/40 every year of their standing wealth if they're an adult and they have that wealth. So that's one of the benefits of revelation. Another is how to pray. Like for me, one of the great gifts of Islam is the 5 prayers a day, because I have learned to truly love dawn and even pre-dawn.
What does it give you? What does the prayer give you?
When I'm in a really good state, it's amazing. So it just depends on my state. I get a tranquility. The Quran says that by remembering God, the hearts become tranquil. And I definitely feel very much at peace. I was once with, I hope I'm not, but I was once with Yusuf Islam, who was the singer. And we were in a very worldly place. And he said, "Can we go pray?" And I said, "Well, we're travelers, we can wait." He said, "I need to." And we went to his hotel room and we prayed. And it was a beautiful moment, because we both really appreciated getting out of that hustle and bustle that we were in a very worldly environment at the Waldorf Astoria, and just going into a type of seclusion for even 10 minutes.
And does the prayer...
I get the monastery, by the way. Like, I didn't used to get it. I think I'm at the age where I'm understanding the monastery.
The prayer...
I get the monastery.
But does the prayer kind of place you into perspective with yourself? Does it realign yourself with the purpose?
It definitely realigns me. It totally realigns me. And we have a set of things that our Prophet said that I say after every prayer, and which are, to me, in some ways as beneficial as the prayer. For instance, the first thing you say is, forgive me 3 times, because prayers are always deficient. And then, Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam wa ilayka salam hayyina rabbana bis salam. Oh God, you are peace, and from you comes peace, and to you returns peace. Cause me to live in peace. And that's a prayer our Prophet said every single day, 5 times a day. And it's a reminder, and it's a reorientation, because one of the reasons I became religious, if for want of a better word, because in some ways I'm not, but one of the things that happened to me was I did have a near-death experience in a head-on collision. And what I realized at 17 was I could die anytime. I'd never really thought about it in that way. I had a nosebleed where I bled out a large percentage of my blood when I was 7, and I had to be taken to the hospital. And I woke up, the entire blanket was covered in blood. That was pretty traumatic, to just coming to terms with bleeding and losing a lot of blood is very intense. But the car accident forced me to just deal with the fact that we can die at any moment. And that is one of the strongest aspects of religion. I think without death, there would be no religion. We wouldn't have religion.
Oh, I think